Do you want muscles like this, even bigger than mine? You need to nail your nutrition. So let's get into it. We're gonna talk about food shopping. Let's do it.
Welcome guys, living your best life. As Paolo said, we're going to talk about nutrition today, specifically food shopping. Isn't that important?
Food shopping, big, massive thing to take care of it.
Oh, you better, because otherwise you're going to rock up to the shops and you're going to buy all the shit's on sale. And what's always on sale?
Chocolates, lollies,
Like a
biscuits,
chocolate bar.
everything. Oh, yeah.
I mean, the delicious stuff,
Yeah,
right?
delicious stuff. But if we have control and we know what we want to buy, then we just don't fuck it up and then buy the whole shop. So, no.
Yeah, so there's a few things we're going to cover today, short, sharp, to the point. And then part two,
We're going to go to the shops.
woo,
But
part one, we're going to talk about a few things. So we've got six tips.
Tips, 6, 5,
5 or 6?
5 or 6.
We're going to give you lots of tips, right? That are going to be important so you can nail your food shopping. Now, it's not the most exciting topic, but it's super important. As Paolo said, if you want to have great body composition and you want to feel, look, and perform your best, really important.
You need to organize yourself before going to the shops. So these tips are really important. Just follow them. Yeah, let's get into it.
So tip number one.
Tip number 1.
What is it?
Make a shopping list.
Of course you knew that.
Yeah. You need to make a shopping list. Otherwise, you, as we said before, you just go there without having a plan and then you start going through all the aisles, all right. And you just buy everything. Whatever you see on sale, if you don't have an order, if you don't know what to buy for the week, if you don't plan your week, is without a plan, you don't have a direction.
Yeah, and it's chaos. You'll spend twice as long in the shopping centre, you'll be frustrated and stressed, you'll spend more money, and you'll get home and you get to middle of the week, and you haven't even got groceries to make dinner. What are you going to then do? Probably eat like shit and use Uber Eats.
Yeah, take away, whatever.
Yeah.
But also, sometimes you're like, oh, I need to buy this, I need to buy this. But if you don't put in a list, like shopping list, you go to the shops, you get home, and then you're like, I forgot to buy this and that. And at the end, like middle of the week, you don't have anything to eat. So really important, make a shopping list for all your meals, like breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, everything. Plan your week. Then yeah, that's it.
Super important. And that ties into tip number 2. Now, I think this is a really important one. We talk about it with our clients all the time. Try and pick a regular time of the week that you're shopping. Okay, if you're one of those people, and I know there's lots out there that go, I'll shop each day, I have a shopping centre right across from me from work, or, I'll shop after gym because there's a shopping centre in the same complex. That is setting yourself up for disaster. Don't you agree?
Definitely, I totally agree. It's good to have a day, let's say the day that you're off, or one day from the weekend, or like best time for you, but pick the day, pick a certain time, and then just stick with that like weekly. Yes, your roster can change, like your shift can change week by week, but just make sure you do it just that day and know like, I'm missing something, let's go to the shops, and then you ended up buying more things that you don't need. So just pick a day, stick with that. Yeah, so I always go like Monday morning. That's what I normally do. After some classes in the morning, I have a break in between 8 and 9 a.m. That's where I always go to do my food shopping. I have my shopping list. That was point number 1. And then I just go and buy that, exactly what I need, and that's it.
And look, for some clients, I suggest maybe it's twice a week, particularly if you've got fresh food, you've got a big family. So for some people, shopping on, say, Thursday or Friday can actually be really clever because it sets you up for the weekend. Because midweek we can run out of stuff, but what also happens is on the weekend, we use it as an excuse to eat out more, or get takeout or do Uber Eats or whatever it is. So set yourself up for success. Pick the days you shop. If you need to pick 2 times, shop twice a week, do it. But don't go and shop every single day. The more times you're in the shopping centre, the more times you're going to see these things are on sale. The chocolate bars, the biscuits.
And the more that you're going to buy.
The more you're going to buy.
Yeah.
And every time you're in the shopping centre, it's going to depend on what your emotional state is, and also how hungry you are.
That's point number 3.
Oh,
You're just talking about point
there
number 3.
we go.
So yeah, don't go and shop when you're hungry. Like that's the biggest mistake that you can do. Like big. It happened to me. It happened to everyone. When you're hungry, you go to the shops and guess what? You just buy whatever, everything you're like. I want chips. I want popcorn.
Even when you have good intentions.
Yeah, even though when you have good intentions, that's true. So definitely don't go when you're hungry.
I came home with lots of random stuff the other day, and I thought, oh shit, I've just gone shopping hungry. Not a good idea.
Yeah, so that's a really important. Don't do it.
Because what it is testing your willpower. So your willpower, it diminishes, particularly when you're in an emotional state, such as hungry. And all of a sudden you go, oh, that's on sale, boom, 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 I need all of that. No, not a good idea.
Point number 4.
What is point number 4?
Get in and get out. That's it. That's it. Get in and get out. Go there. You have a shopping list. You have a selected day where you're going. You know what to buy. Go around, buy what you need. You finish. Go out. That's it. Don't spend more time what you need there. Like, you don't need it. Because otherwise you start like searching and looking like, oh, this, oh, look at this, and look at that. What about if we get this and that and that? Sometimes with Josh, I'm like, come on. We just need chicken and rice. That's it. That's what we need. We need I don't know, steak with this. That's what we need. No more.
That's it.
That's it, Josh. And then it's like, but look at this. No, we don't need that. We just came here for this and that. That's what we're gonna get, and that's it. So get in and get out, right?
Yeah. Because the longer you do spend there, the longer you will be looking for sales, looking for extra things to buy. Okay. Tip number 5.
Tip number 5. What's tip number 5?
I don't know. What is tip number 5?
5. Compare products.
Oh.
So even though you have a shopping list, when you go to the shops, there are so many options. Like so many.
And that's hard in itself, right? You gotta pick a sauce. There's 3 aisles of sauces. I just want one fucking sauce.
Yeah, and what's good, what's bad, it's not like what's good and what's bad. There are no good products and bad products, as we always say. But it's good to compare, so you can take the best decision with a slight better option, right?
Yeah, you want to look at a few things. So that's what we're going to look at in part 2, right? But you want to look at ingredients is one thing to consider. And we'll take you through how to read a nutritional label, but then also, overall calories and macros. So again, we'll talk about that in number 2, but it is important. Even though we want to get in and get out, even though we have a shopping list, even though we're organized, we still want to be able to go, well, hey, there's 15 different sources that are all similar. Let's just pick a few. Don't just look at the price.
Yeah, not just the price and not just the labels at front, like low carbs or healthy, whatever. Like, no, just make sure you try to compare the 2 products from the nutrition label. That definitely, that's another topic like that we want to talk about really deep. But compare products, not just go for the cheapest option, because sometimes the cheapest options are not the best. I'm not saying like the expensive options are the best, no, but it's good to compare, right?
Yeah, and quite often, again, like, well, sometimes the more expensive thing is not the most effective. It's got really clever marketing. In particular, like products that are marketed as high protein are not actually high in protein. They're just very clever.
It's crazy. I'm so excited for the next one when we go to the shops and then we start seeing all these things like really deep. Do we have another tip? Last one.
Number 6, this is my favorite, right? Is always have backup options.
What do you mean with backup options, Josh?
That's a good question. So even though we've got our list, right, we know what we need to buy, we're trying to get in and out, we're trying to be organized, all those sorts of things. When we're at the shops, it is a good idea to look at and consider backup options for meals and snacks, okay? Because sometimes what you buy either goes out of date when you don't think it will. Let's say eggs, you go to eat eggs and you drop some. Things can happen, life happens. It could be that, especially with family, maybe your kids ate more one day than what you planned for. Have extra backup options, particularly ones that will last a long time. So if you don't use them up this week, you can use them next week. Things like frozen foods. So frozen vegetables, frozen pre-made meals.
Yeah, the meals, they're really common now. Like in the shops, you see some good options like frozen meals.
So when you've had that big day at work on a Wednesday or Thursday and you go, I just can't be fucked cooking,
then there you go.
that could be a perfect option.
Yeah. So not for every day, but at least you have that in the fridge. If you need it in the freezer, you just like take it really easy, microwave, cook it, warm it up, that's it.
Things like tuna?
Yeah, tuna is really good. All the frozen vegetables, frozen berries, frozen fruits.
Even things like bread, again, you can easily make that bread can go in freezer, can make toasted sandwiches. So having some of these things that you can preserve their life, and they're almost like a little bit of a surplus of what you actually need, but it saves you for those times when you are short on time or effort and you can't be bothered, or you need more food, or any one of those situations. So backup options, really, really handy, because otherwise your backup option is going to be a $30 meal from Uber Eats. It's going to be expensive. It's probably not going to be in line with your goals. And
so, yeah, you spend money. Sometimes you don't get even full, like it doesn't have all the nutrients that you need. And it's not convenient, as we always say.
And by the time you finally get it, it's fucking cold.
Yeah.
It's stone cold.
The tuna, actually, talking about tuna, it saved me out a few times because I didn't have time to cook, so I just mix it up with some, like a wrapped tuna with some veggies, simple, some rice and tuna, but because I had the rice from before, but didn't have time to start cooking chicken or meat or all these prep things, so it's always a good option to have some frozen or any good options, backup options in the fridge or freezer, right?
Yeah, well, even with the rice, just quickly, the little rice cups that you can just heat in the microwave. Sometimes you don't have half an hour to wait for the rice cooker or to cook on the stove, and 1 minute in the microwave, boom, it's done.
Yeah, there are so many good options now. Before, we didn't have all these options, like easy to cook, easy to put in the microwave. They do the job, right?
But you still have to go to the shops and think about these things. Again, not just thinking about what you need, a little bit of a surplus. Okay, 6 tips. I think they're good tips.
They're really good tips. Simple, sharp, what you need. Don't go on and smash the whole shopping center and buy everything because you don't need that.
No. And remember, these 6 tips are going to help you set yourself up for success with your nutrition, and that's what we all want. Live your best life, achieve your goals, look, feel, perform your best. Boom. Part 2. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned for part 2. We're going to the shops. Oh, yeah.
Boom.
Move. Voila.
See you guys.
Do you want a success? It's a...
Do you want a success?
It sounds like I'm saying like, do you want to have sex? Oh, do you want to have sex? No. Do you want a success in your nutrition? No.
Do you want a success?
Succeed. Oh, succeed. All right.